Happy month of November. How has been your year? How is work? How many years have you worked? I want to just encourage each one of us, even as the year comes to an end and as we plan for next year, on how to break away from financial issues, because there are those habits that we do that make us stick with financial problems. And let me start by saying that what you earn is not the problem. No. What you do with what you earn is the issue. There are many people today who earn a lot of money, but for some reason, they live from paycheck to paycheck and they're always complaining. And so allow me to, for a few minutes, from experience, to just take us through the habits that we need to do away with in 2025 so that we can begin to be wealthy. There's a difference between being rich and being wealthy. I'm talking about being wealthy. If you've not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 20,000 and God will bless you. Now, financial issues don't just happen overnight. No, it is something that takes time. For you to be in a financial situation or even to be in debt is not something that just comes. It's something that takes time. I must say that more often than not, it is a result of some habits. It's a result of some behaviors that you have consistently done that you find yourself where you are from a financial point of view. You're telling me, I don't earn a lot, life is very expensive. True, but believe you me, it's not how much you earn that makes the difference. It is what you do with what you earn that makes the difference. So allow me to just look at about 5 habits and behaviors that you need to do away with going forward if your financial status has to improve. One of the habits that has made you stay where you are financially is actually spending more than you have. People have a habit of spending more than they earn. In short, you live beyond your means. There are people who the car they drive is on loan, the fuel they use is on a credit card. Basically, their life is about credit. Just live within your means. Do not begin to want to be someone else. Don't live someone else's lifestyle. And you want these fancy gadgets, fancy cars, and you end up being in debt. You will not make it financially. You will not create wealth with that kind of life. Overspending simply makes you live in debt. Don't fall into that trap. Sometimes you even want to please people. My friend, don't live your life for people. Live your life within your means. Spending will lead you to debt. And definitely, debts will eat into your chances of building wealth. You cannot build wealth when you're in debts. There's a scripture in Proverbs 21:20 that says, "The wise store up choice food and olive oil, but the fools gulp theirs down." Live within your means. And how do you break out of this habit? Track every shilling that you earn. It's difficult, but it does work. Track every shilling that you earn. And then, of course, delaying gratification. You don't have to do something now if you can't afford it. In marketing, avoid impulsive buying. Unaenda town, unaangalia window shopping kiasi, ukuwa umepanga, unaona hii kitu ni mzuri, imekuwa TikTok, unanunua tu. My friend, building wealth will be very difficult for you. So avoid impulse buying. Just know this is what I want to do this month, and this is what I can afford, and do it. The other habit that has kept you where you are is because you have no financial plan. You don't know what you will do when. It is true. They say in strategy, if you don't plan, you are planning to fail. Do you have a financial plan? Do you know what you want to do next year? Eh? And what are you doing about it? You have decided you want to buy a car. Are you saving for it? Or how are you going to buy it? Have a financial plan and stick to it. You see, the problem is many of us have very great plans, including financial plans, but we rarely stick to it. We end up doing the opposite of what we had planned. Without a plan, money just disappears. We have handled a lot of money, some of us, and I can tell you without a shadow of doubt, if you don't have a plan, money disappears. And if you don't have a plan, people make plans for you. So make a plan, make your own financial plan, and know this is what I'm gonna do with the money that I have. Do not live for, make a plan and stick to that plan. And don't allow people to make for you plans for your finances. Those are your finances. They are not their finances. Are we together? The other habit that has kept many where they are not supposed to be financially is because they have neglected saving and they have neglected investing. And you are telling me, oh, now how do you save if you don't even have? How do you invest what you don't have? Let me tell you something. These days, there are investments like money market, for example. Most money market companies, you can save as little as 500 shillings. Yeah? Let me give you a story about myself so that you can know these things work. Um, Many years ago, someone came to an office I was working in, and they introduced us to money market many years ago, very many years ago. And I put in some little money. Every month I get a statement, and I can tell you the little that I put, it has become something nice. So don't look at the little money that you have. The question is, are you saving the little you have? And are you investing? And investing is in many ways. For those who don't like taking risk like us, me, I'm not a very good risk taker. So you go for these investments that don't require a lot. Like money market, there's no major risk. And by the way, there's a time I lost over 1 million shillings many years ago. Kitu ilikuwa inaitwa clip. Ikuja na Mkristo hapo. I really lost money. And I keep saying, if that day I never fainted, and if that day I never cried, I have been comboed from love of money. Money just works for me because inajua mimi, I have lost enough, and I am still moving, and which takes me to the next point. You must take risks. But before I get to the risks, what do you do? How do you solve this behavior of neglecting saving and investing? The first thing that you must do is to pay yourself. Every time you get money, whether it is your salary, whether you've been paid for whatever, pay yourself first. However small, pay yourself first. Because you know what? It will get a time when you cannot work for money. It will get a time when money should be working for you. And that is where we all want to be. Money working for you, So pay yourself first. In other words, put some little amount of your income into your savings or into your investment. It is great, and it works. If you read Proverbs 13:11, by the way, it says that dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. The Bible. There's no way you're going to get billions unless you are a thief. But the little that you get paid by whoever, Gather little by little, little by little. That is how wealth is made. Riches you get pa. But wealth, unajua mimi nilinunua hii plot, nikafanya hii na hii na hii na hii, that is called wealth. So, little by little, you create your wealth. Number 4 is fear of risk and change. Sometimes we are stuck in our financial problems and issues because we fear changing, we fear taking risk. Some of us are stuck in jobs we don't like, jobs we know we are not supposed to be in, but we are like, I fear I may not get another job. My friend, if you want to be wealthy, you need to take risk. But let me add and say calculated risk. You don't just risk just like that. No, you take calculated risk. So that hey, in other words, don't just leave your job for the sake of it. Calculated risk means you continue looking for work, and you are still working. You don't just leave and then from nowhere you can't pay nothing. That is taking a risk not in a wise way. So take calculated risks, and don't fear change. And let me say, you don't need to risk everything. Take step by step. Don't risk everything. Then you'll be wise. Number 5, the other behavior and habit that I think has kept us and has kept many people having financial issues is procrastination and lack of discipline. For you to be wealthy, let me tell you the truth. I think I'm not doing badly. By God's grace and to God's glory. If you have to be wealthy, you must be disciplined, you must be consistent, and you must be someone who does not procrastinate. I see people everywhere. You can do something now, but you're like, let me watch tomorrow. You can even do something right now, but you're like, Yentafanya next week. You can't be wealthy if you're like that. You can't be a procrastinator and you build wealth. No. In other words, don't postpone your savings. Don't postpone paying your debts if you're in debt. Don't postpone or push back that idea that you had for a side hustle. Don't keep on pushing and procrastinating, because procrastination will steal your time. Did you know that? Procrastination will push you back to when you start. So procrastination is a stealer of time. Stop procrastinating. If it is something that you want to do now, do it now. So start now. Whatever it is that you wanted to do, start right now. Immediately. If it is a side hustle, do it now. I keep saying that applied knowledge is power. Like now, if God has gifted me with a mind, if God has gifted me with creativity, why should I not write books? And by there, I'm doing a book. A very good book. And this book is for you if you're doing undergraduate, if you're doing masters, if you're doing PhD. It is a book, research made easy. It will help you even to know how to choose a topic and everything else. It's coming out soon. Let me put for you the cover uone hapa sahi tu. So stop procrastinating and have discipline. Because without discipline, nothing works. Have the discipline even to follow your budget. Have the discipline to save. Have the discipline, to invest. If you decide I'm going to invest 500 shillings every month, please do it. And you'll be surprised. I told you I invested some very little money. Not a lot really. But not too little either. But it has grown. And it is growing. Hey, money needs to start working for you. But for it to start working for you, you need to start now. You need to start saving now. You need to start doing that hustle now. You need to budget for your money now. You need to have a financial plan now. Thank you very much. Until next time, God bless you and subscribe. And if you need this book, hey, you need to do a pre-order now. Even books, you invest. You must invest in knowledge. You must invest in knowing how things are done. And I'll show you all my books. Buy any of them. Until next time, God bless you. Thank you.